starting with Denise and Ben Denslow. Welcome to committee.
Thank you. I'm going to do my best to get through this without crying. I'll probably end up having to pass it to Ben. Madam Chairman, members of the committee, for the record, I'm Denise Denslow, and my husband, Ben. We're co-founders of the GEM Foundation, but today we're here as Jake's parents. Actually, do you want to grab the picture so we can show? Okay, oh, right there, sorry. This was our son, Jake. He was 15 when we lost him to suicide. And we have some people that are going to speak today, but they brought pictures of their loved ones as well that have been lost. And I just wanted them to hold up their pictures so you could see their loved ones as well. So I just want you to see past the statistics and understand that there are real people and real families affected. You would have liked Jake. Everyone did. I'm sorry.
He had a passion for airplanes and loved to eat. There wasn't much he didn't like when it came to food. He had such reverence for and respect for our military and our first responders. In fact, his dream was to be an Air Force pilot. He was never happier than when he was flying, posting videos of on his YouTube channel, or playing with his adored dog, Loki. We can still see his smirk when... Still see his smirk when I'd give him a hug and a kiss. I'm reading his mom here. and still hear his tone, hear the tone in his voice when he'd say, "Mom," in a drawn-out, exaggerated way with equal parts embarrassment and resigned acceptance. He was a teen boy and didn't need hugs and kisses from his mother. These vivid recollections are among of priceless, precious moments in a collection of finite memories that will have to sustain me for the remainder of my life. Jake was severely bullied in elementary school. He never forgot what it was like. Despite the challenges he faced as a young child, he had a lot of friends in high school, and true to his character, he always stood up for the kids being bullied and the teen hiding in the corner. He was fiercely protective and never wanted any other kid to feel the pain associated with bullying. Jake struggled with bipolar disorder, but many people didn't know about his struggles with mental illness. He was a kid with the mask, smiling, laughing, and taking care of everyone else. We knew the struggles at home, but he tried to hide them from the outside world. I'm still haunted by the heartbreaking memory of Jake after one of his bipolar episodes, when he devastatingly stated, "Mom, I'm a monster."
It broke my heart, and I just hugged him and told him that nothing could be further from the truth. We just needed to figure out what was wrong, and we just needed to get him help. I wish I could have seen past the lies his mental illness made him believe about himself, because he was so much more than his illness. He was full of life. He loved hockey, wanting nothing more than to fly and serve his country in the Air Force. You really would have liked Jake. Actually, you would have loved Jake. Jake's battle with mental illness began to manifest as early as 2 years old. By the time he hit about age 13, it got really bad. When he was 14, he was hospitalized for suicidal ideation. In September of 15 was his first hospitalization. He spent 5 days in the hospital and was released. He was then admitted to an outpatient program that unfortunately didn't work for him. In October of 2015, he was admitted to the hospital again. Just like before, they kept him only 5 days. We spoke with his doctors and shared our concerns that Jacob wasn't ready to come home. They agreed. Unfortunately, the insurance company disagreed. They said that it was no longer medically necessary for him to remain inpatient. They told us he could go back to the outpatient program. When I told them it didn't help Jake, they said he would have to fail at that program again before he would be eligible for another. I told them he had already failed. They said because he had been readmitted to a behavioral health hospital, he would have to go through it again. They said we could appeal. We received a packet of papers in the mail and had no idea what to do. We were in crisis as much as Jake was. We had no idea what codes to input or what to write on the appeal form. Less than 3 months later, he was gone. Had the insurance company been following parity, he never would have been released. If Jake had had a cardiac condition and his heart wasn't strong enough for him to come home, they would have kept him in the hospital. Why was this any different? Because he had a mental illness. Shortly before his 15th birthday in October, they released him, and by January 11th, he was gone. We must do better, and Jake's Law will save lives. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And next.